rhyme that we're going to look at is Row, Row, Row Your Boat, and we have already looked at Baa Black Sheep, Down in the Jungle and Incy Wincy Spider. And if you haven't seen those videos, because they've got all the Makaton signs that you might need to use with your children, as well as lots of ideas for how to use the resources, then I will leave those videos linked down below for you. So as I said, today's nursery rhyme is Row, Row, Row Your Boat, and we will look at some of the signs that you can use with that rhyme, along with the free resources that you can download a little bit later in the video, and I will leave a timestamp down below if you would like to skip ahead to that part, because first I'm going to give you a quick introduction to World Nursery Rhyme Week, which is a global phenomenon. It started in 2013 by Music Books and so far has had 3 million children participate. And there's no wonder, because it's free to sign up and register. The resources are all available free for you to download, and they are all available on the World Nursery Rhyme website, which I will link down below for you. The World Nursery Rhyme Week this year is from the 18th to the 22nd of November, but all the resources are already available for you to have a look at and download, so you can get very well prepared for your World Nursery Rhyme Week. So you can take part whether you are connected to children because you're a childminder, whether you work in a nursery or another earlier setting, or if you are a parent. Then there are lots of things for you to download and take part in. There are 5 rhymes spread throughout the week, 1 per day. So this is the 4th rhyme that we're looking at. And nursery rhymes are brilliant for your children because they develop their early language skills. There's lots of rhyme and repetition in nursery rhymes, hence the name. They're brilliant for all those phase 1 phonics skills as well, if you're building that into your work with the children. And brilliant for maths because lots of them involve counting. They cover personal, emotional and social development. You're singing in a group, you're acting together, and there's lots of physical development that can be had as well, especially if you download and take part in the resources available and provided by Mrs Mactivity. There's some brilliant fine motor activities and gross motor activities as well that you can use those resources for. So today's nursery rhyme is Row, Row, Row Your Boat. There are quite a lot of words in this nursery rhyme, and I can imagine that unless you have children that are fluent in Makaton signs, that they may find it a little bit challenging to keep up with the amount of signs that would be needed to sign most of the words. So we're just going to pare it down a little bit and keep it simple, and I will teach you just some of the signs that you can use to create actions with your nursery rhyme. The first one that we're going to use, which I won't include in the singing part, but you may want to know about, is the sign for boat. And it's just like this, putting your hands together like this to make a boat. So we're going to row our boats. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. And keep rowing our boats. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. And if you see a crocodile, don't forget to scream! And crocodile, you may remember from our Down in the Jungle video, where we learned lots of different animal signs, and they may be useful as well. So I'll link those down below for you. So we're going to carry on rowing our boats down the stream, or down the river should I say, because next we're going to meet a polar bear. So this is the sign for polar bear, and if you see a polar bear, don't forget to shiver. And then we're going to row, row, row our boats again. This time we're rowing gently to the shore. And if you see a lion, so this is the sign for lion, you make claw hands and you pull it around your face like the mane and then claw forwards like this. So if you see a lion, don't forget to roar. Okay, let's check out some of the resources that are available for the Row, Row Your Boat nursery rhyme. Here are the activity sheets for the Row, Row, Row Your Boat nursery rhyme. So we've got a few different activities here. The first one is the sequencing activity, which has got lovely, beautifully illustrated pictures on that children can cut out, decorate and then arrange in the correct order. Brilliant for storytelling and remembering the different orders of the nursery rhyme, and of course singing and saying it along as you use the pictures.
Row, row, row your boat gently
And then the next activity we've got is slightly more advanced, and this one is a cut and stick with words. So the different words for each of the verses are written here. And it's really useful actually because they've got numbers on them, so you don't need to worry too much about children cutting them out at once and losing which words go with which verse, although of course we would recommend that you get children to cut out just one verse at a time. And then they can stick them onto the correct section next to the picture. If you want to make this more difficult, of course, you could cover up the numbers on here. You could cut these out so that they're separate strips, and then that makes it more challenging because the children have to read the words that are on this sheet and then match them to the correct picture rather than just matching the numbers to the picture and sticking them on. Of course, you could also use this as a handwriting activity or a writing activity where you get children to, rather than cutting out the words, write the verses in there, and they could use this to copy, or they could just write from memory. We've also got some word tracing activity sheets to go with Row, Row, Row Your Boat, and also some rhyme sheets with the rhymes on and the pictures nice and large for children to decorate as they wish. And these could also be cut out and put in the correct order, or perfect size for a display too. Thank you so much for watching, everybody, and I hope that you found that useful and that you are excited to take part and download some of these fantastic resources. Tomorrow is the last video in the series, and that is going to look at the rhyme Two Little Dicky Birds. So I will leave the links to everything that you need to know down below, as well as the link to the Mrs Mactivity website, which has lots of fantastic resources for early years children right up to Key Stage 2, and we have printable crafts, we have worksheets, we have lesson plans, everything a teacher needs to make their lives much easier. So do go and check it out, and I will see you tomorrow for Two Little Dicky Birds. Bye bye.